Alright, this video is about 3 tips that a lot of people don't know that will help you have a deeper, safer, and better ayahuasca experience. So let's start. The tip number 1 is this. Whatever is in your system before you go into ceremony is going to find expression. This is why in most places there's a different dieta, a different diet and preparation that is recommended. The longer you can do this dieta, the better. Some places they ask you for a few days. In our center we recommend at least at the minimum 2 weeks, ideally a month or more. But in essence, the importance of this is that when you come into ceremony, once you become hyper aware, once your consciousness expands, it does not expand to something scary that can happen when you've been eating meat, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, and so on. So tip number 1, if you want your body to be very clean for a lot of the ecstatic that you build up, the energy around your system, the things that latch onto your aura, if you have an understanding of what this is, one of the simplest ways to clean that up is, number 1, to spend time in nature, and if you can't, to take cold showers at least for a week before ceremony, but to take them with a bucket, not just from the shower head, but when you fill in a bucket, or if you don't have a bucket at home, then a big pot with cold water, and you dump it on your forehead all at once. When you do this, the amount of water that touches the body all at once, it transfers the excess energy, the ecstatic that you carry. And this ecstatic is collected from the places you visit, the people you hang out with, your own habits, the ways of thinking. Anyways, if you take showers, especially cold showers, with a bucket, the days leading up to ceremony, you will notice that your system is a lot cleaner. If you don't believe me, you can try to take a cold bucket shower, even if you're not attending ceremony, and notice the difference between that and a normal shower. Now, tip number 2. The day of ceremony and the days leading up to ceremony, try to eat a lot of melon and honey. These are foods that, without getting into much detail, they're very rich in nutrition, but also the cantaloupe or the melon and the honey are foods that increase our body's capacity to handle energy. What does this mean? It means that once you drink ayahuasca, there's already a higher capacity of your body to deal with the energy and added energy. If you don't believe me, try having breakfast only with cantaloupe, melon, and honey. Have a lot of it if you feel like it, or try to go one day just eating that, and notice how much your mind, the quality of your thinking and your energy shifts. You may sleep very little because your body is so energized. So if you go into an ayahuasca ceremony and you take a spoon of organic honey, or if you eat a lot of cantaloupe and melons, you will see that your ceremony goes a lot deeper. Now, finally, and maybe the most important one, and that a lot of people are unaware of, is working with the body. So our body is like an appliance, is ruled by physical laws. Just like a toaster, if you plug a toaster that can handle 120 volts into a current of 5,000 volts, it's going to explode unless it is properly grounded, unless its capacity to run electricity has been increased. The same thing happens when you hear of people that literally lost their shit. They vomited all over themselves, they had a bad trip, it was overwhelming, they went a little bit crazy, and then they came back. When you hear about these stories, what has happened is that the amount of ayahuasca they drank, the amount of energy that went into their system was beyond what their system was ready to process. And therefore, they fry their system for the night. It does not have negative effects if it's done in a safe place, but it can be an overwhelming and unpleasant experience, especially for the mind. So The most efficient and long-lasting way of increasing our body's capacity to run high amounts of quality energy through it is Hatha yoga. So if you've never done yoga, or even if you've done it, I invite you to do it at least once a day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if you can do up to an hour, even better, of Hatha yoga. Go on YouTube, Gaia.com, or even better if you can attend a local class, and you will see that you can go into a deep place without feeling so overwhelmed. You can go deep inside your heart, inside your soul, inside that which you want to experience through ayahuasca without losing it. You can feel safe, you can feel confident and comfortable in an experience that can otherwise be extremely overwhelming for most people. So I hope this was useful. To summarize, eat cantaloupes, melons, and raw honey. It helps to increase the amount of energy in your system. Number two, take cold showers, especially with a bucket. It will cleanse you. This one is really, really good, and it's very quick. You don't have to sit under the shower for a long time. Just 1 or 2 buckets and you will feel refreshed. And number three, do Hatha yoga. Work with your body, especially if you can be in nature, even better. This will help you have a deep and safe ayahuasca experience. I hope it was useful. If you want to come and drink medicine with us in Colombia, there's a link in the description with our upcoming retreat dates, and talk soon.